Hey everyone, it's Angel Tussey with Media Firestorm, and we have another incredible case study interview for you with a rock star with Media Firestorm. I'm super excited to see her results, see what she's jumped in to do. But everybody meet I was gonna say Avanda. Amanda, okay, how is it? Vander Heiden?
Vander Heiden.
Amanda
Amanda Vander,
Vander
I'm
Heiden.
Dutch, so
I
yeah.
almost did like Avanda Mander Heiden. Like it just wanted
Yep.
to roll off differently. Amanda, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for taking your time today to share your experience with Media Firestorm with us. But introduce yourself, tell the audience a little about your business and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Vander Heiden. I specialize in large-scale global rollouts for learning and development initiatives across the world. So, worked with 40 different clients in 15 countries and 12 industries. And super excited to talk to you today about my experience with Media Firestorm. Although I will say I'm a newer person, so it's only been about a month and a half, but already excited to share what I've learned.
I love that. And we love to, kind of do these like right out of the gate, those early wins. I think a lot of times when somebody's thinking about enrolling in Media Firestorm, they're curious of how soon will I get to see results? Like how quickly am I going to see, some action and some value here. So tell me a little bit, how long have you been in business? How long have you been in this space? And what was it that brought you to Media Firestorm in the first place?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have 2 decades, actually, don't be fooled by the baby face, in learning and development and large scale global rollouts. I've been specifically in business for the business that I'm in now for 6 years and specializing in helping those clients. And with Media Firestorm, what was the third question?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed
So what
it.
brought you, like what were you
Yes.
struggling with? What brought you to want to work with us?
So this is actually a fun one. Angel, you actually, or however your marketing works,
Mhm.
you actually reached out directly to me. You found me, and at the perfect time. It's so funny how timing works because it was like the perfect time. While I've been in consulting and coaching, and I'm an author of a few books, I wanted to do more speaking engagements. And actually, you caught my attention right away by you said, "Hey, are you looking to do more podcasting?" And I was like, "Yes, I love talking to people. I love sharing value." And so I was like, "Yeah, tell me more." And got on the phone with Jamie, and I was lucky enough to have Jamie as my first point of contact after you. And just that conversation was just really eye-opening and interesting, and in not just in what you all do, but also how I'm approaching my business.
I love that. Yeah, Jamie's, yeah, if you're fortunate to have that first conversation with Jamie, he is really good at digging in and figuring out, that strategy going forward. And I think you've probably worked with Jamie. You're still working with Jamie on your messaging. So, did you have any doubts or fears, before saying yes about joining Media Firestorm?
Yeah, absolutely. And I shouldn't say absolutely. I did, but not because of Firestorm Media. Because for me, I'm really at a pivotal moment in the business where I'm looking to scale and expand, but also having a little bit of trouble with bandwidth ability and capability too. So if I do bring on more, making sure that we're set up to scale properly, that we can serve clients coming in. And so it was that kind of chicken egg situation. And, talking to Jamie always gets my brain on fire and like rev to go. And so we had a couple of conversations before I finally said, like, yeah, let's jump. And which is funny because I'm the type of person I like to jump all in from the beginning. But, it is a financial commitment. I want to make sure that I'm going to make a big impact. I've also worked with sales coaches, or excuse me, business coaches, really more business coaches in the past, 2 different companies. And I did at different various points in the 6 years that the company's been in business, and for varying degrees of success, but never quite really made a big impact before. So I also had to sort through how will this be different? What's different about this?
Yeah. So tell me, you've only been in for about, 4 weeks now. What are some of the things that you've learned, that you've implemented, and what kind of results have you seen?
So what I loved about Media Firestorm is there's a very specific strategy. It is all about action, which is speaking my love language. And for me, it felt, you do so many things, especially when you're a solo entrepreneur or you're wearing a lot of different hats. And so having all of those different hats, it can be hard to focus on what is the one thing that is actually going to make the biggest impact. And so that was part of it. The other part of it was having you and Ginny and Jamie and all these people and the rest of the community, the rest of the business owners who are clients of yours, coming together and building that community and being like, can I bounce this idea off you? What does this sound like? What is it? Because a lot of times also as business owners, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or you're in a smaller business, or even if you're in a big business but you're at the top, you sometimes feel alone, right? You don't feel like you have like someone you can really bounce ideas or whatever off of. And so having that, kind of shared, like we all want to improve, we all want to get better, we're all learning in this together, and having people specifically who have gone before, done it before, had successes to bounce these questions off of really, really is a huge win.
We didn't intend for it to be a community when we first started, but it really has turned into a safe place, like you said, where we can bounce ideas, kind of take our superhero mask off, right? A trusted, safe place where I can ask real questions so that I can grow. And I'm glad. And you've been one of those contributors in the group as well, just being there for that support. So Amanda, now, like, what are you most excited about when it comes to growing your business?
So I'm so excited to be able to have like a tried and true strategy. I would say like the strategy piece and the coaching piece has been the biggest win for me, but really having a clear roadmap and path forward because you do a lot of different things, but I'm all about like action and then results. And so having someone as an accountability partner, having the strategy to say, okay, I've tried it, reinventing the wheel myself. I've tried doing a bunch of different things in the past, but finally having a formula that actually works has been, game changer.
I love it. All right. So now somebody who's watching, they're trying to figure out if Media Firestorm is the right next step for them. What would you say to them?
I would say if you've talked to Angel or Jamie or Jenny, you would, again, Jamie was amazing. I had multiple conversations with him. I don't know if that's really your model, but I had three different calls with Jamie before I finally signed on the dotted
Oh,
line.
okay.
So I would say reaching out to all of you is probably the best place to start, and just being really transparent about what you are really afraid of. And Jamie's very good at cutting through. Angel is great. At giving advice too. And then Ginny is like amazing, like empowering. Like if you're feeling a little insecure, go to Ginny because she will pull you right up and go, 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 go. So all
I
three
love it.
share like great wisdom, but have different ways of kind of treating different topics. So
Right? Yeah, we do. All three have different backgrounds, different skill sets, and you guys get access to all of them, which I think is a great mixture. Well, all right. Well, Amanda, I know you opened up with what you do, but tell us a little bit more how you serve your clients and how people can connect with you.
yeah, absolutely. So www.gtdscorp.com. We actually, if you do /giveaway, we actually have giveaways that we're giving out templates because I'm all about action and results. So I specialize in large scale global rollouts for projects. So a lot of the templates there can be leveraged if you, whether you're an employer, entrepreneur, or whatever you are, they can be used as templates just to make sure. I joke a lot of times that I'm called a lot of things at a lot of different clients, but at the end of the day, it's organizing the chaos. Do you have the right people, processes, and tools to be successful? Are your people set up for success? And how can you do that? So that's a little bit more about, there's different ways that we do that, but at the end of the day, that's really what it is how do you organize the chaos? How do you bring the right people and processes and systems together to get the results that you're looking for with your people, with your company?
And what's that website again?
www.gtdscorp.com/giveaway.
All right. gtdscorp.com/giveaway. All right. I'm
Yep.
going to make sure I put that.
It's a very long name. It's Global Talent Development Solutions because we work with people from all over the world in talent development, but it's a mouthful, so GTDS Corp is much easier to say.
You bet. You bet. Amanda, so excited for your success. I know we're going to celebrate you later on this afternoon. Love that you joined the Media Firestorm program and just really grateful that you took your time today to share your experience and can't wait to see what the next few months bring for you. So welcome and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day, everyone.